kind of comes on like a car crash. And what she meant was, when you get into a car crash, your body immediately goes into survival mode. It's in fight or flight, and your mind sends adrenaline pumping through your system because your mind knows you need to do everything you can in order to survive. And so as that adrenaline is running through your body, you don't feel your injuries, and you have all of this energy to just like jump out the car and like save the other passengers and make sure that the other driver is okay. And it isn't until the ambulance arrives and they put you on a stretcher that your mind gets the signal that you're in safe hands now. And because you're in safe hands, you don't need the adrenaline anymore. So then the adrenaline stops. And when it stops, you feel this sharp pain in your leg, and you look down and there's a giant bleeding gash in it, and it's really confusing because you're like, I'm pretty sure that wasn't there 10 minutes ago when I was jumping around outside like Superman, making sure everybody else was okay. And she said that for some of us, depression can come on exactly like that. We don't fall apart in the midst of the trauma because our minds know that we can't afford to, that we have to keep going. And so we survive and we run and run and run and make it on adrenaline alone. Instead, we fall apart when we finally get to a place of safety and security. That's when the depression comes. This next piece is called Depression Doesn't Knock, and I wrote it when I was able to, after years, finally step out of my denial of the fact that I was dealing with this sickness that was trying to kill me, and I started to walk down the road of getting better. This is called Depression Doesn't Knock. If you asked me before it happened, I would have told you that if depression knocked on my door, I would have recognized it in an instant. I would have smelt it coming. The flock of birds outside my window would have signaled its arrival. I knew every single symptom off the top of my head. I mean, who do you think diagnosed at least half her friends? There was no way it was gonna get past me. But depression didn't knock when it arrived. It slid through an open window when I wasn't looking. I didn't notice when it stepped inside. It must have just slipped into me while I was sleeping. Because by the time I realized that this wasn't just some sort of sadness I was experiencing, the sickness had its nails clawed so deep into the fibers of my mind, I couldn't even tell which parts were it and which parts were me anymore. So I blame my past. I blame my work. I blamed everything until there was nothing left to blame, and the thought of dying became the only thing that calmed me. And death should terrify normal people, yet here I was acting like it was some mean, I could down and facing dog the depression away. I met a transformation coach who said all I needed to do was reprogram my thoughts and make them more positive. Which sounded like way too much responsibility. My doctor said that exercising an hour every single day should help. And I wanted to ask my doctor, well, how the hell am I supposed to do that when I barely have the energy to leave my bed? I ordered 25 books about depression, and I proceeded to read every single one, which made me more depressed. And the irony is that this is a lot of work for anyone. So imagine how it is for someone with a sickness that makes moving feel impossible. Most days it's a battle to just get up out of bed and walk out the door. So I want a standing ovation for every person who moves toward the sun when there is a shadow pulling them back on the inside. I want a parade. I want music. I want confetti for the ones surviving in silence. 'Cause depression is a lonely disease. There is no cure that fits all. It's trial and error. And I am trying my best to have hope for the love of my life. I'll keep greeting each morning with an I will, even when it feels like I can't. I will be the day that will melt me. I will move and the sadness will fall off my shoulders and make room for joy. I will be full of color